as soon as you select the company there. Mailing name is a billing name. Okay, you have to give the address and everything. Then financial year beginning from and books beginning from you need to give. Books beginning from is completely different from financial beginning from. So you have to be careful enough to put that one. Okay. Then your security control. This security control is administrator user ID and password. Once you give this, it will be useful for your Tally remote connectivity and your web browsing. Okay, Tally's new feature is Tally web browsing. So you can see the reports in browser or in a mobile without having a Tally. Okay, for that we require a user ID and password. Security control is very much important. Then we have a Tally audit features. Once you enable this feature, okay, you can able to see number of users who have entered the particular voucher. So you can able to audit the particular voucher who has entered and who has altered the particular voucher. Okay, rupee symbol, instead of rupee symbol put a RS dot, since rupee symbol doesn't have a value in DOS mode. Okay, so this is what a creation. Then to enable GST, press F11, go to statutory and taxation, enable the GST here, enable it. The state comes from the creation, company creation, automatically from there it comes. So your registration type is regular or composition. Your applicable from is 1/4/2020. Okay. Then you need to put your GST number here. See, all these things are mandatory. Okay. If you don't have a e-waybill, you don't have to enable the e-waybill. Okay. Threshold limit for interstate is 50,000 rupees. For intrastate is 1 lakh for Tamil Nadu. Okay. Here we have given maintain multiple addresses. So goods shipped from the primary address has been given here. Tax liability for advance receipts and reverse charge is given. Classification we have enabled. Then LUT bond we have enabled. Okay. So this is what how to enable the GST part. Okay. So yesterday what we did is we went to inventory info. We have created 2 items. One is MS printer. Okay. MS printer is an item which we have created under a group called printer. Okay. So when we get into the printer group, we have enabled the GST here. We have given a common HSN code and tax percentage for the printer. Okay. So we have given here, right? Once you give it in the group level, you don't have to give it in the item level. Okay, hierarchy is that first you give it in the stock group level. Okay, so you don't have to give it in the item level. So in item level, I have not enabled anything over here. Okay, so once you give it in the group level, you don't have to give it in the item level and the ledger level. Okay. If you are going to give it in the item level, it overrides the group level and you don't have to give it in the ledger level. Okay, any confusion? Please, you can ask me a doubt here. Yesterday, Madan sir asked me certain doubts. So again, I'm repeating it. When you create a company or when you create a product, okay, a product can be defined or it can be groupified different in under different groups. Okay, so you can have HSN code and tax percentage in the group level itself. Once you give it in the group level, you don't have to give it in the item level. So once you give it in the item level, you don't have to give it in the ledger level. If you are going to give it in the item level, it overrides the group level. So first example is we are given in the group level, but we have not given anything in the item level. Okay. Next example which we have created is we have created another product. We have given in the group level. Okay. Even though we have given in the group level, the tax percentage is 18, but this particular product HSN code and the tax percentage is completely different. So what we did is we made it in the item level, which overrides my group level, because in a group level we have given 18 percentage, but this item is from 12 percentage. So we are overridden the particular tax percentage. Okay. Any doubts you can ask me, sir. Yesterday, I think Madan sir was asking me. Sir, now you are clear with this? Any doubts? Okay. So I'll proceed further here. So what we did is we have created two items. Now I'm just going into accounts info, ledger, alter. So these are the basic ledgers we have created. Okay. In most of the places, people will create different sales ledger and different purchase ledger based on the tax percentage. For example, we have created, okay, sir, stock group creation. I'm not get the details what is shown in your tally. Stock group creation. I'm not get the details when what you shown in your tally. Sir, you mean to say in your tally, or I need to explain it, or I need to create a group once again? How you want to have, sir? So what I'll do, I'll create a group once again. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll create one more group called, okay. So I'll create a group. Okay. For example, I'll create a group called stationery. Okay. So I've created a product. So this is my HSN code. Okay. And the tax percentage of this is going to be 5%. Okay. Right. Now we are creating a product, A4 paper, under stationery. Okay. Unit of measurement is bundle. So it is bundles. I'm not going to give anything over here because we have created in the group level. Okay. So nothing is being given. I've saved this. Okay. Now we'll create one more product called, say, jump clip. Okay. Under stationery. Okay. It is numbers. Even here, I've not given anything. It is 5% of product only. Okay. So I'll just save this. Okay. Now what I'll do is I will create a product for 12% and 18%. Okay. So 12%. So we'll take it in such a way that diary. Okay. Diary is again stationery. So now I'm overriding my group level. I'm creating a different HSN code. Okay. And a tax percentage, it is 12%. It is goods. Okay. Then we are creating a pen. So it is stationery, numbers. So even then I'm putting a different HSN code. It is 18%. So what we have done is we have created 3 products. Okay, one is jump clip, one is diary on A4 and a pen. Okay, the A4 paper and a jump clip is 5%, diary is 12% and pen is 18%. Okay, so I'm just coming into accounts info, ledger, alter. So these are the basic ledgers which you have created. Wherever I have created, please have a look on this very carefully. Okay, we have not mentioned anything over here. Okay, most important thing is don't mention any nature of transaction. This nature of transaction, it is based on the customer or the supplier state. So don't mention it in the ledger level. Don't mention anything in the ledger level. Okay. In most of the places, what people will do is they will create like this. They will create local sales at 5%. They will come here. They will put this. Okay. They will come here. They will put this as sales taxable. Then they will put a tax. Okay. It is 5%. Like this, they will create. For interest rate, they will create it like this. But it is not necessary to create like this, sir. Okay. For interest rate tax salesable, it is 5%. Please see, it is not necessary to create like this. If you're going to create like this, your number of ledgers will be more. For 5%, you'll be having sales 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. Interest rate is like that. Another 4 ledgers. So it is very difficult for us to maintain. Okay. Instead, you can maintain a single ledger wherein all the tax percentage, including interest rate and intrastate, will be automatically calculated in the single ledger itself. So please look on this. We have not mentioned anything over here. You don't have to mention anything over here. Okay. Since our HSN code and the tax percentage, it is given in the item level and in the group level. So once you have an inventory items like this, you don't have to give it in the ledger levels. Okay. Any doubts you can ask me, sir? Any doubts you can ask me? This is the most important thing. Most of the data entry people and the customers and the auditors tend to make mistakes over here. Okay, so don't fix anything over there in the ledger level. Okay, so can I proceed? If that be the case, the rate of tax is not visible in the ledger. Yes, sir, it won't be visible, but you can take the same report in the triangular report, sir. For example, Tally has given the triangular report, wherein go to display, statutory report, GST 3B. When you have a look on this, okay, normally it will be in this format. When you click on view summary, press Alt F1, you can view the percentage of tax. So it's not necessary to maintain tax percentage in the ledger level. Okay. It is easy for us to take. It is easy for you to take the reports from the triangular report. The configuration, if the configuration is pakka, okay, if the configuration is properly configured, okay, then you will get a correct report for you. Okay. So now we'll go to the sales invoice. Now we will make a purchase invoice, one more purchase invoice. Okay. F9 for purchases, F2 to change the date. Okay. So I'll change the date to 10/4/2020. The supplier invoice number is must. Okay. Then I'll create interstate supplier. Okay. Under sundry creditors, maintain bill to bill. Yes, we need to give my country and states. I'm going to make it as Karnataka. Okay. Then I'm going to give you a Karnataka GST number now. Karnataka GST number is so I'll put a Karnataka GST number is 29 AAACP 7879 D1Z0. Okay. So this is what the GST number. I am just putting the same. Okay. So what I'll do is I will put A4 paper, 10 bundles. Okay. Per bundle is 1,150 rupees. Now I'm going to choose GST purchases. Now you can see the difference. On the bracket, you can able to see interstate purchase taxable, where I am not fixed any nature of transaction in the ledger level. Since it is the interstate supplier, his state is Karnataka, it automatically picks up the interstate purchase taxable. So it is based on the supplier's state, not necessary to give it in the ledger level. Any doubts you can ask me. This is the ledger level, which we have not given a nature of transaction over here. Can you see? It is not applicable. Okay. Even though we have not mentioned anything, it automatically picks interstate purchase taxable. This is because our party is interstate supplier, his state is Karnataka. So once we give Karnataka, it automatically picks the interstate purchase taxable and the tax percentage. This tax percentage comes from the item. Okay. This percentage comes from the item. Clear? Next, I'll put pen. So 50 numbers, 25 rupees. Okay. See, it is 18%. See, you can see the difference between these two products. Both the products are under a single group, a group called stationery, but tax percentage for A4, we are fixed in the group level. It's 5%. Okay. But for the item pen, we have not given it in the group level, we have given it in the item level. So it automatically overrides the group level. Okay. Now, even though I'm not given in the ledger level, it picks the percentage. Is it very clear? Any doubts you can ask me, sir. Okay. Now I'll put diary, 25 numbers. It is 125. Okay. See this? It is 12%. Jump clip, 100 numbers. It's 15 rupees. Okay. Clear? Any doubts you can ask me. Okay. Now we'll put input CGST. It won't, because since it's an interstate, it won't calculate CGST and SGST. You can see this. It won't calculate. But when we put IGST, it will calculate. Okay. Now, whatever we put, the tax percentage, you want to check whether my tax percentage is correct or not. On the right hand side, you can see tax analysis. You just click on the analysis and press Alt F1. It automatically shows what are the percentage you have bought in. Okay. So, any doubts on this? Is it clear? Okay. So, what we'll do is now I'll just save this voucher. Okay, new reference, I've saved this. So you can see we made two invoices, two purchase invoices. We made two purchase invoices. One is local supplier, one is local purchase, and one is interstate purchases. Okay, now we'll see how to enable discount percentage in the invoice level, in the purchase itself. Okay, for this, what needs to be done is press F11. Okay, go to inventory features, enable a separate discount percentage. Enable this. Okay, you can also enable debit notes, and credit notes in invoice mode. Okay, and then save this voucher and save this feature. Okay, now go to accounting vouchers. Okay, we have one more feature where a discount percentage. Okay, normally in the old feature of old versions of Tally, you cannot give value discount based on the product. Okay, you can give a consolidated value discount, but not on the individual product. Okay, to get that, okay, what you need to be done is press F12. Okay, you need to press one more F12. There's a feature called activate and cash trade discount. You need to enable this feature. Okay, once you enable this feature, okay, now I'll put a new purchase invoice, right? My purchase invoice date. I'll put local supplier here. Name of the item is TVS printer. 10 numbers. It is 8,500 rupees. Okay. Now, I can give a discount percentage over here, but I cannot give a discount based on the value. Okay. So what we can do is remove the discount from here. Okay. Choose the discount percentage. It's all the same. I'm not changed anything. Now you can see a field called discounts below the product. Here you just put 1,000 rupees as such value discount. Okay. Any doubts you can ask me, sir. This is, I'm giving a value discount for the particular product. Okay. So I'm giving 1,000 rupees as a discount, right? Now, what we'll do is we'll create one more ledger called discount. From here, how to create a ledger is Alt C to create. So press Alt C, go to discount, create a product ledger called discounts. So discount under direct expenses. Okay, you can see something called type of ledger. Can you see this? Use this as discounts. Okay, and everything becomes not applicable, right? So I'll just save this voucher. I've saved this. Now once I put this, automatically discount percentages come. Can you see this? Sir, is this any doubt you can ask me, sir? This is a very important thing. Any doubt you can ask me. So you can give a value discount. Okay. So I'm giving a value discount of 1,000 rupees. Okay. It comes under this. Now, if you put CGST and SGST, it is getting calculated. Okay. For 84,000 rupees. If you can see the analysis, it is calculated for 84,000 rupees. Any doubts? In case of cash discount, what is the procedure? Okay. Sir, in case of cash discount, it's not like this. Okay. I'll show you that also for you. Okay. Now you have a cash discounts. Okay. Please tell me whether the cash discount is before tax or after tax, sir. After tax. So what you do? Just create a discount, one more ledger. Okay. Create a ledger called cash discount. Okay. Don't put anything over here. Okay. And just have not applicable. Just type it. Type the value over here, sir. You can just type, say, 500 rupees. Clear? So the discount, whatever the discount you are given in the item level, it deducted the discount and the accessible value becomes 84,000 rupees. On 84,000 rupees, the tax has been calculated. The cash discount is after the discount. After the tax, we have just given a cash discount. So this is the option you need to give. Okay. So any doubts on this, sir? I will go to the another level. Okay. With this, any doubt you have, you can just ask me. This is the one last we can. Okay. Fine. Now, I will come to one more vital subject. Okay. Now, what we have done is we made a purchases of all kind of inventory products. Okay. Now, what we'll do is we will have an accounting entry. Okay. Like for example, expenses entry. Okay. How to maintain expenses in Tally. Normally, the expenses which we are making it for our business, we can take in inputs. Correct? Not all the expenses. Consumables can be taken, printing and stationeries can be taken, travel expenses can be taken. Correct? All these things we can take in inputs. Okay. Now I will give you a typical example. Okay. For example, I will just give an invoice number here. Right? I'll put it as a local supplier. Okay. Now, forget about the inventory part, sir. Okay, forget about the inventory part. We are going to maintain a separate ledger called, say, printing and stationery. Correct? A printing and stationery, it's goods. Okay. It's goods. So what I'll do, I will fix a basic percentage, a minimum percentage in my ledger level. Okay. That is going to be, I'm not going to give any nature of transaction. It is not applicable only. But here, I will put taxable. I will put 5% over here. Goods. Okay. Now I have saved this. Correct. My value is 1500. Now, now you can see it is 5%. No change. I've saved this. In the same invoice, okay, I have another product where I bought it for 2500 rupees, but my tax percentage is completely different. My HSN code is completely different. Okay. Even though I have a single ledger, I can maintain multiple tax percentage and multiple HSN code using my single ledger itself. You don't have to maintain multiple tax ledgers or multiple what do you say, multiple HSN codes. You don't have to create separate ledgers for those things. Okay, what needs to be done is, okay, normally this is a place you can see this is a default classifications and natures been created by Tally. Correct. Now I am going to use a printing stationery, a ledger, but my percentage of HSN code is completely different. So how to create a different HSN code and a different tax percentage from this scenario? Okay. So press Alt C from here. Right. Now I'll create pen at 18%. I'm just giving my HSN code. Right. Nature of transaction is not applicable only. Here I'll put taxable. I'll put 18%. Once I put this, can you see on this side the rate? You can see new rates are there and the current rate was there. Okay, now it has become 18%. Before it was only 5%. I'll show you. Before it was not applicable. When it was not applicable, my current percentage is 5%. Okay, now I'll change my percentage to pen. It becomes 18%. Sir, any doubts you can ask me, sir. This is very much important. How to maintain multiple taxes and multiple HSN code for single ledger. Okay, so you can do like this. Then you put your input tax. It is getting calculated. Okay, now you can see a tax analysis on the right hand side. Press Alt A. Just click on this. Clear? Any doubts on this? Any doubts you can ask me. Now you can see. Okay. Okay. Now you can see there is a small change in the tax analysis screen. Okay. You can see on the 9%. Our board, when the printing and stationery is not meant for trade, but for in-house consumption, I am not recognizing purchase. Should we go do at the ledger level? I am not recognizing as a purchase. Okay. Sir, see, normally in GST scenario, okay, it is not for trade. I am using it for my office purpose only. But even though if I'm going to use it for my office purposes, the printing stationery's tax portions can be taken input, correct? We can take inputs for the printing and stationery and the consumables which you are purchasing it. The scenario which I am showing is, it is not for trading, it is for internal purpose only. I am giving it in the ledger level only. I am not giving it in the inventory level. If you can see this, this is only a ledger level. Inventory portion is here. Okay. This is inventory portion. I am not using inventory portion. I am using only the ledger level. Okay. So here what I have done is, I have I am using a single ledger with multiple HSN code and tax percentage. Okay. I am overriding it here. Okay. So normally what people will do is they will create multiple ledger for multiple tax percentage and HSN code. Please don't do that. Maintain a single ledger and you can have multiple tax percentage can be maintained. Okay. On the analysis, you can see there is something called a blue star reds. You can see a blue asterisk mark is there, small star is there, right? It is, we are overriding the tax percentage in the transaction level. So it denotes we are overriding the tax percentage in the transaction level. Okay. So that is the message it is giving. Once you complete this, okay, normally what you will get only accept. You won't see override option. Okay. Now you can see an override option. Okay. If you can see accept, it shows accept with conflicts and resolve later. So there is a conflict here. Whether you want to accept it, if you're going to accept now, the conflicts, whatever the conflicts are there, you need to clarify it or you need to rectify it before filing the returns. First option. The second one is accept without conflicts. We know what is a conflict, it is there. What is the conflict we have? We have overridden the tax percentage in the transaction level. So we know what is a conflict. So from here itself, if you give override, it accepts without conflicts. Clear? Any doubts you can ask me. Now what you do is press O. We have accepted it. Okay, we have overridden by tax percentage in the transaction level. Sir, any doubt you can ask me. Okay, so what we did is okay. So what we did is we made what are the invoices? See, we made 3 invoices. One is local purchase, one is interstate suppliers. Okay, local supplier, interstate supplier. Okay, local supply with discount by value we have shown. Okay, and we can also have a default percentage. You can give a discount percentage also over here. Okay, you can give a discount percentage over here. Then we have shown a ledger, a single ledger with multiple taxes and multiple HSN codes, and how to override the tax percentage in the transaction level. Clear? Any doubts you can ask me. We can proceed further. Okay, so we'll go to the next level now. Okay, now how to do an unregistered purchases. Okay, so what I'll do is I will go to accounting vouchers. Okay, a purchase invoice. So I'll create as 18. I'll put my supplier invoice number. Here I'm going to create a supplier call. Alt C. I'm going to create unregistered dealer. Okay, or unregistered supplier. Right? Under sundry creditors. Right? Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to say it's unregistered. Saved it. Okay. Right. I'm using my product. So I'm just creating a product. Say one number for 8,100 rupees. Okay. The same ledger we are using it. Once I choose this, you can see automatically the entire portion is completely changed. On the bracket, you can see purchase from unregistered dealer taxable. Clear? So we have not fixed any nature of transaction. So based on the behavior or based on the supplier state, number one, based on the GST details of a registration type of a particular supplier, the nature of transaction will work. Okay. So nothing is being given. Now I'll just save this voucher. Okay. Now go to display, statutory reports, GST, GST 3B. Now you can see, okay, I will go to the view return formats, right? Now you can see this. This is what the purchases, okay. This is going to be the 3B, the triangular report of GST, and the whatever the fields available here, it's all the same in the GST portal also. Okay. Now you can see reverse charge liability and input tax to be input credit to be booked for the value of 1458. It shows unregistered purchase 1458. So what needs to be done? You need to pay a reverse charge for this, correct? Okay. Now you tell me whether the reverse charge has to be paid first and then we need to take the inputs, or we don't have to pay the reverse charge payment. How to go about with this? Anybody can tell me whether we need to pay it first or and then take inputs, or can we adjust the things, sir? So pay it first. Okay. So what we can do is best practice to pay it first and adjust it later. Okay, fine. So everybody is accepting the same. So what I'll do now, click on the URD purchases. This is the screen it shows. Okay. Now on the top you can see the invoice, the supplier details, the taxable values, the central tax, state tax, everything is shown here. Okay. Below you can see tax total liability is 729 and balance liability is shown here. What needs to be done? You need to pass a reverse charge for this. Okay. So on the right hand side you can see there is something called stat adjustments. Click on that. Okay. Now first what you do is increase the tax liability. Okay. Choose this. Right. I'm creating a purchase, a ledger called tax on reverse charge. Right. Under, I'll put it as expenses. Okay. See the groups all example only, sir. It is based on your thing. You can always change it. Okay. I'm not giving anything over here. Right. It is not applicable. It is not applicable. Okay. It is 729 plus 729 we need to put. Okay. So Alt C 729 into 2 we need to put, right? Credit input CGST percentage is 9%. 729 is, okay, I'll just put that value, I'll just show it. Okay, input SGST, it is 9%. I'm just putting it. Okay, here type of input is, it's goods, sorry, it's service. So I've saved this. Okay, so value will be, it is 8,100 rupees. So on the right hand side, the tax liability, this is a liability which you have created. Okay, what I have done is I have created a ledger called tax on reverse charge. Okay, we have used something called stat adjustments. On the right hand side, you can see choose stat adjustments, GST, increase of tax liability you need to put, and you need to say purchase from unregistered dealer. Once you put this, you have created a ledger called tax on reverse charge. Then the value is 1458. Input CGST, we need to credit it, okay, for 8,100 rupees. Then GST details, it is for service. Now I've saved this. Now you can see this, my balance liability becomes 0. So we have booked the liability now. Clear? Any doubts on this? You can ask me, sir. Okay, now if you can see the report, okay, your URD purchases, nothing is there, it becomes 0. Okay, on the top, okay, in 3.1, you can see it comes and sits here. Inward supplies liable to reverse charge. It has come and sits here. And here, okay, here nothing is there. See, we need to pay. I've increased the liability alone. Okay, I've increased the liability alone. Now what needs to be done? You need to pay that money. Okay, so what needs to be done is go to accounting voucher, F9. Okay, on the right hand side there is something called nature of payment. You need to say payment under reverse charge. Choose this, create a bank account. Under bank accounts, right? Okay, here I'm just putting input CGSC 729 and input SGSC 729, right? Now I've just paid the money. Sir, till now, any doubts you can ask me, sir. Okay, so what we have done is display statutory reports, GST, GST 3B. So what we have done is in unregistered purchases, the liability was there. We booked the liability. To book the liability, on the right hand side, there is something called stat adjustment is there. We have clicked on that. We have clicked it and we have entered the liability now. I'll show the liability which you have created here. This is the liability which you have created. Stat adjustment is like this. GST, increase of tax liability, purchases under unregistered dealer. We have created a ledger called tax on reverse charge. The total value you have put it, and input CGSC, the percentage is this. Okay, and we said it's service. So once you put this, we have increased the liability. Now it is there in the inward supply liable to reverse charge. Okay, it has come and sit there. Now what needs to be done is we made a payment entry. Okay, on the right hand side you can say nature of payment, choose payment under reverse charge, and we are putting that payment entry now. Any doubts on this? You can ask me. Now what needs to be done is, so we made the payment. Now we need to increase the input to take the input. Correct? We need to increase the input credit. So what needs to be done is, go to accounting voucher. Okay, F7 for journal entry. On the right hand side, go to stat adjustments, GST, right? What needs to be done is we need to increase the input credit. I am increasing it. Increase of input tax credit, right? Under purchase under unregistered dealer, okay, or purchase under reverse charge. So I have done it. Clear? I'm just putting it here. What needs to be done is debit my input CGSC, okay. %, it's 8,100 rupees, okay. 729. Debit my input SGSC, it is 8,100 rupees, 729, right? Credit tax on reverse charge. Sir, any doubts, sir? And sorry, this should be not input. It is output CGSC and output SGSC. Sir, any doubts you can ask me. Now what we did is we are increasing my inputs. Okay. For the period, this one. Sir, any doubt you can ask me, sir. Now I've saved this. Now if you can see, display statutory reports, GST, GST 3B. Alt F1. Here, inward supply is liable to reverse charge. On the outward supply, it is there. Okay. And then we have taken input, inward supply liable to reverse charge. We have taken inputs. Sir, any doubts? You can ask me, sir. So another 5 minutes is there. So you can just tell me any doubts you can tell me so we can run it forward. We can have one more, okay. Why we have to increase output? Otherwise, sir, otherwise we cannot take inputs, no? Well, without increasing my input, how will you take the input, sir? Because we have, see, for example, we have increased the liability and we paid the money, sir. In the same month itself, I am going to take in inputs. Before, what we are doing is, we paid the money this month and taken an input in the next month. But now we can take it in the same month itself. So that is what I have done. Okay. So I have increased my liability and paid the tax. Simultaneously, I have taken the input. So whenever I want to pay any money to the government, I can take that, whatever the money I have paid to the government. Okay, I can take that as an input and I'm nullifying it. So any doubts on this, sir? Why we want to increase the input? Then why we have to increase only the inputs? Why we have to increase output tax? Then we have to increase only inputs. Okay. One sec, sir. One sec, sir. Let me check that. Let me check that entry, sir. One sec. See, display accounts book, ledger. When we put input CGSC, okay. Now, if you can see, this 2 is nullified, sir. Clear? This 2 is nullified. Okay. So what we have done is we raise a purchase invoice, okay, and then we have made the payment. So this 2 is getting nullified here. Correct? Now what you're saying is it has to be input. We have to take in inputs. Okay. So when I make this, so what I'll do, display daybook. I will go to the journal entry. Okay. You mean to say input CGSC. Okay. And then input SGSC. Okay. So if you do this, display accounts book ledger, CGSC of input. Okay. Fine, sir. I'm sorry, we can take an input, sir. We have to have a journal entry for this one only. Correct. Thank you, sir. Thank you for correcting me. Sir, any doubts you can ask me, sir, apart from this. So we have 3 minutes. You can just ask me. Madan, sir, Siddharth, sir, Rajesh, sir. Any doubts you can ask me, sir. So another 3 minutes are there. So we have another 2, 3 purchases. So I can show you that also. Today with this, we'll ending up this session now. Okay. So tomorrow we'll start up with a new session. Okay. So what we have done is, so we have covered almost all the purchases except we need to have import purchase and advance receipts we need to show and advance payment needs to be shown. So I can show you that in the next class, sir. Okay, sir. You can also chat me with my WhatsApp also. Okay, this is my number. You can chat me in my WhatsApp also. Okay, for auditors, there is a special pack is available, sir. I think hope you all got that package. They have extended the time till 30th of April 2020. So whoever wants to apply for this, you can apply. I can show you how to. I can help you. Thank you. With this, okay, I will. I will personally. I'll talk to you, Annamalai, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you very much.